Bazemore, quick three on the way, good. And Bazemore makes it a 1-point game.
Cleveland, Russ up against it is Bazemore for three! Got it off to Curry, tailed by two, takes it instead inside, a whack in there by Bazemore.
Hey everybody, I'm standing here with Kent Bazemore. We just got done getting him adjusted and I bugged him to take some photos of his tattoos because they're freaking super cool. And every time I'm here, I get to see him because I like to go head to toe with as much visibility. So he'll take his shirt off. I'm gonna start with your first tattoo in your forearm, your last name. When did you get that?
This was 2000 and end of 2007. I was a freshman in college. Teammates were like, "Hey man, we're going to get tattoos." Everybody freshmen, and we went and got them. I had two other teammates that got a tattoo as well that day from the same guy, and it was cool. It was a cool little, binding moment for a couple young fellas.
For sure.
Yeah.
So Bazemore, played for Old Dominion.
Yes, sir.
And I know you're a proud alum, so we gotta give him some props.
Oh yeah, heck yeah.
The second tattoos that you got, and I say tattoos plural because they're matching. What are those?
I got my wings. It was the eagle and the falcon in middle school, Southwestern Eagles, high school with the Bertie Falcons, and like the common thing that I pulled away from, let me see, those 6, 7, 8, 7 years is, soar above all expectations. We had a really large parent-teacher presence growing up, just community vibes, and they wanted us to just exceed, every expectation that was set coming from, being already behind the 8 ball with less limited resources and all the things going against you. So I took it upon myself to add these to me for that reminder. And I would say 10 years, 12 years later, I mean, they mean more than everything. You look down, even in the game, if you got your hands on your knees and you take a peek, it's just a little reminder where you come from. So. They tell a story, people, you get into tattoos, people just think people get stuff, but they really tell a story, really nostalgic. So yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites.
It's huge, and part of why I wanted to put a camera on you too is just your mindset and your mentality. I freaking love it, and I've found excuses to bring my kids around you and to bring them up here, and the truth is, I just love your mentality. I love because you can't be a victim and victorious at the same time.
Right.
So limited resources, but we're going to rise above it. We're going to do something beyond it, and then every time I adjust you on the table, Kent will take his shirt off and he kind of goes palms up, and it literally looks like the wings are coming off his spine. So one of the first times I adjusted him, I said, man, at some point I got to bug you to take a photo, get a video, because it looks like he's got wings. And if you watch him play, that's exactly it. I've watched highlights of you in college, like just explosive off the floor, definitely soaring above, meeting guys at the rim, playing for the Lakers or for the Hawks. Like, your defensive prowess is unmatched in my book. Like, you've been in over a decade and still go hard to make guys pay for their points.
Yes,
I
sir.
love that. That's old school basketball.
And to pivot into your next point about, the college game and, where I am now. It's been 15 years since I left my hometown to pursue my career. So long road. And, when you're young and active, you can just go. But as you get older, there's a shift. Those miles, they start to add up a little bit, and adjustments are important. It's imperative. Every time we play, it's high speed, a lot of contact. So those micro little movements of the body. You may land weird, you may do something wrong. You're sitting all day. Stress even. Whatever you got on your life, it's all weight. So you're getting these postures, and it's important to try to maintain your uprightness, be upright as you can. So adjustments are amazing, and it was a blessing meeting you early in the year and having you come by, or me coming down to the office and hanging out. So it's just and the positivity you exert into all your clients. It goes a long way.
I appreciate it. So we're here in Kent's home, and this is the off season. And I think a lot of people think chiropractic care and chiropractic adjustments are just for injured athletes or after a problem. But just to your point, like, we're doing this in the off season to keep you healthy.
Yep.
About how often would you say I've adjusted you over the last year? What's kind of been the schedule?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm pretty in tune with what I feel and how I'm feeling, and obviously the NBA season is long, it's grueling. You know, you got to find a balance between the family time, your job time, and your me time, right? Like for me during the season, I'm all about recovery. So getting a massage, getting adjusted, all those things are a priority for me because that's my time to kind of shed and purify while you're in the midst of the grind, right? So I would say it was at least twice a month, 2 or 3 times a month, just to keep things dialed in. And when you're in the season, so much happening around you, if I could, I'm hey man, I need you. And you'd be right there. So it's important to me. I would just think, just find someone and build a rapport with them and just keep yourself moving. You never know what you're holding, until you feel those adjustments and you stand up and you feel lighter. You feel, more vibrant. Those are all the things that go into, releasing all that stuff you're holding on into your body.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be in my office. Find a chiropractor. Right. I'm hoping this is an international video and people say, hey, I want to find a chiropractor in my country. I'll help you do that if it's in another province or state in the U.S. Get a chiropractor. But if Kent's playing in the NBA for over a decade, then this is part of his in-season and off-season. I think it's important for everybody. You need to stay healthy. You need to stay well. Get a chiropractor. Make that part of your health team. We're going to go through your third tattoo, if that's okay. Because one of the things that you mentioned that I love is purify. The adjustment helps purify. It's part of that shedding process. Like I couldn't have handed you a better word because it's basically health as a chiropractor is inside out, not outside in.
Yes.
And you and I have had some deep conversations on health, and I know we share those opinions that it's an inside job first, and there's certainly times for other interventions, but try inside out and see what you can remove from interference, get rid of the subluxations, let your body do its thing, and then we move on to other things if it's necessary. But you've been super huge on telling me what you're feeling, what's going on, little tweaks. He's very in tune with his body, highly intelligent guy, obviously very graceful with his time with me, but also the philosophy of health has been like spot on. Mm-hmm. So your third tattoo kind of brings me to that point. What's the third one?
It's actually my favorite. It's Atlas with the world on his back. He's down on one knee and he's holding up the world, and above it says "Bend but don't break." And my journey being undrafted out of Old Dominion, ranked 499 out of 500 players my rookie season. And just starting with the enormous weight of, not only making it, a lot of people think, my life has just been around basketball, but I'm taking on the responsibility of breaking generational curses, from my family and my roots and passing this stuff down. So it's a lot, and so those days when the world feels heavy, it's another reminder. I could be doing anything. I could be, reaching down to pick up something. I can get a glimpse of that, and it'll spark something in me. So, it's like having sticky notes on your body. You use the sticky notes and you place them all over the place. It's just like having that, that little reminder, on your body. So, this is definitely my favorite one because I got it in 2009, 2010, and 12 years later, it still resonames. I didn't know what I was doing when I got it. I just knew, exactly. And I went through. So, I'm, gracious enough. My mom gave me a lot of crap when I got these early on, obviously, as any mother. Exactly. Right? But, I reiterated to her that, I feel good about it. I have a gut feeling that, I stand behind, and, to this day, it's been right there with me.
Right on. So, do you know what we call C1 in chiropractic? What that's called? That vertebrae?
No, you can explain. Yeah, what you got? Oh, wow. That's okay. Yep.
So what's usually the last thing I'll check on you?
Right up top. Yeah.
That's it. That's the Atlas. So
there you go.
We're going through the tattoos, and even when I first met Kent, and each subsequent visit, it was just one of those things like, these are the coolest body post-it notes. These are the coolest reminders. It's just, but that's him. He's been a journeyman for 499 out of 500. So if you're seeing this video and you're looking for some inspiration to come against the odds, he's a perfect personification. And you talk about a well-balanced guy and living 360 success. His wife is amazing. His children are amazing. He's super in touch with his family, his friends, very loyal guy. I can't say enough great stuff about him personally. So a lot of times we'll look at an athlete on a performance basis or a game-by-game basis. The truth is, you coming from 499, undrafted, having the insight, the intuitiveness of listening to your innate to say, hey, I'm going to follow through and chase my dreams, and then doing it. It's like, not only do I love stories like that, but I just love being around. Like, your energy is just infectious. It's just contagious, and it's always super positive. LA Times wrote an article on Ken's positive attitude through the season and the mojo he brings to the teams. And in Atlanta, when you played for the Hawks, they did articles on the bench energy that you would have the other guys bring in while you were on the court, and then when you were off the court, what you did for your teammates, and then they returned the favor when you were on the court because they were on the bench, and just creating a whole team culture, getting the fans involved. Just the guys, just nothing but positivity. So the reason I wanted to do this is a couple parts, just to kind of give an inside look at one of the coolest people I've ever met. The tattoos have the cool stories. Bazemore is his last name. He plays with pride and honor. The wings, like when I adjust them, to me, it's just kind of like, all right, look, this has got to be a step above everybody else. And then the atlas, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's C1 in chiropractic. That's the top vertebrae. That is brainstem, and it's the most important vertebrae in the body. And he's got a tattoo of it. So just some of the parallels that I've seen with health and in his approach, it was worth sharing. And like everything, he's been super gracious with me and my children and people in our practice, and even the kids from the lacrosse team coming down. Like, he's just been awesome. So if you need an NBA hero, I'm going to suggest Kent Bazemore #1, and then everybody else could be #2. But in my book, this guy brings it. He personifies excellence, positivity. And thanks for having me in your home and doing this. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon, everybody. Kent Bazemore, he's your guy.